All right, this is the towel holder I made several videos back, or I don't know how many. And it was where I have it hanging on my side cabinet by my sink. And the other one I had set on the cabinet, and it was always when you open up a new roll and you try to get it out, you had to turn the thing. I mean, it was always turned sideways when we was trying to get it out. We really like this. My husband even likes this much better. Hanging on the side of the cabinet right there by the sink. But because I set this so far out so the thick paper towels wouldn't hit the back of this, the back shows here. And I thought I would put something on it. So I cut me out a crow pattern. And I'm just going to trace that on there and paint it on. And just to give it a little something else besides just the blank wood. So I'm going to trace that out. And then I saw this. I cut it out of cardboard, and it's thick cardboard. And I was thinking that would make a good template. I might do that in this video. I don't know. For some like cinnamon, and you know, your cinnamon dough, your salt dough with cinnamon in it, and bake them and make some bowl stuffers. Maybe wrap a piece of ribbon. I don't know. I just think it'd be a cute bowl stuffer out of cinnamon dough salt. And that would be a pattern where you can just take your knife and just cut around it. I might do that. I just might do that. But right now, I wonder which would be the easiest. Hold this in place or that in place? Probably that one. I'll just use that one. I can hang on to that and then just trace this off. And of course the feet, I'll have to mess with them because I can't get down in there. Or I could use the other one. Now with a knife I could. Okay, I'll do this on the feet. Did I get this drawn up here? There, that worked. No, I'm not using that eraser. I'll get the big one, because that always leaves pencil lead on my, smears it. All right, that did too. There we go. Now, I am just going to get my black paint and fill that in. Maybe use a rusty star or something. And that'll be better. Every time I went over there and I got a paper towel, I thought that needs something. So I thought today I am going to do that. And it would have been much easier to do it before I put the dowel on it, but it's okay. I didn't realize I needed it. I'm going to have to get a smaller brush to go down in there. Alright guys, I am going to fill this in and see what else I'm going to do to it. Probably just a rusty star or something like that. But I've got to turn this around and concentrate. I have it all painted. Oh, I was going to put, very carefully, put some brown wax on my crow just to make sure it's sealed. And there I went already off. It really needs to be sealed, that it's over the sink. And I could have put the clear on it, but I got the brown sitting here, so I'm going to do that. And it's okay if he has, that makes kind of an outline around him. That's cute. That was an accident, but it works. I like the outline in brown. I have to get my eyes checked and get them, I think. I had cataract surgery probably about 2 years ago, and they're blurry now. So it's hard for me to tell what I'm doing. So I think I need that surgery where they do the laser. And I'm hoping that's what I have, and I need it. And I'll be back to being clear again. Okay, I'll just let that brown go off a little bit. And that worked. Okay, now my star, I put a little bow right here. Not bow, but just strung that around. I don't like the way that's hanging, so I'm going to tack it down so it stays in one place. Well, didn't get it on there, I guess. There. And now, my little star, I was going to put it on there, but I think I like it. It just shows up a little bit better about like that. Is that the side I want? Yeah. I'll just hot glue that on there. There, that's all. That's all I'm going to do to it. That'll give it a little something. A little something. These little holes here, they are what I put in there to put my screws in when I get ready to do that. But I'm glad I didn't do it, or I'd had to take it all down. Okay, I like the way that looks, and I'm going to go hang it back up. That's better. It's been driving me crazy just being plain, because I can see the back of it. So I'm going to go hang that up now. Okay, I got it up on there, and I'm having to kind of shoot into the light so you can't see very well. But I can see that in there, and I feel better now, because I used to come up here and grab a paper towel and think, oh, that's so plain. But I like the way that looks. I know y'all probably can't, well, you can't see it. Well, I can tell. All right, I'm going to go find another project to start on. Now, I have this basket, and I got it at the thrift store. I don't remember what it was, $1 probably. It wasn't very much. And it had the hearts on the front. I tried sanding them back a little bit. They didn't come off totally. And then it had hooks down here at the bottom to hang little gold hooks. And I took those off, and I got to looking, and right here very faintly, I can see like a capital D, and then Burkett, 1970, either 1996 or 76. I can't really make it out. So somebody signed it real lightly. Oh, it's 1996. I can see it now. And they have signed it. So it must have been a handmade basket. And it's really a nice basket. It really is. So I just thought I would probably take it and wrap some material around it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to use. I can't tell if that's black or blue. I'm thinking that might be navy blue. And then I've got this large black check and the smaller black check. And then I ripped off a piece of, I think this is a better grade cheesecloth that I had tea dyed or coffee dyed. I don't even know if those strips are big and wide enough, but I thought I'd just wrap something around it and put some greenery in it. I don't know. I'm going to see. Trying to figure out which one I want to use. I don't have very much of any of it. I have got to get to Hobby Lobby. I think this was some that came in my Happy Mail one time right here, I think. I don't know if that's going to be, if I rip a piece of that, is that going to fit around that? Yep, it will. That will. I've just got to make up my mind which one I want to use. I think with that basket, I like this one. Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of that off. How wide do I want that? Probably about like that. Well, maybe I like this thinner piece. Gotta get some of the strings off right fast. Then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put inside the basket. Wait, I wanted to put this, string this with it. Okay, let me move this stuff here. Get it out of my way. Okay, it's only gonna go right there. So which is half? I don't know what that's going to look like with that burgundy, but I figured the dark blue would look better than the black. Okay, I do have enough. And I left my glue gun in the kitchen. And it's not on. And I'm going to need it, I think. Because I want to kind of have it stay up like that. What else can I do? I don't know if I should put it in the middle or around the top. Let me scoot it up to the top, just see what that looks like. I think I like it up there, like that. And it needs a tag, maybe. Okay, I'm going to mess around with this for a little bit and see what I can do with it. I don't know, maybe I ought to paint this down here some color. I don't know. I'm going to leave it for right now. And like my paper towel holder, if it bothers me and I think it needs it, I'll take it down and I'll do it. Okay, y'all, I'm doing a voiceover on this. I don't know what happened, but my video went into kind of slow-mo and I was going roll, roll, roll. So what I'm telling you is I did not like it, and I am painting the burgundy pieces. I'm painting them black. And then here in a little bit, I'll be letting you know that I am going to put, well, I already had on this side, I put a coat of antiquing wax. As you can see right there, I'm telling you that. But I'll do that, paint both sides, and put the antiquing wax on it. And then I'm going to start from there because something happened to my video. Okay, I'm liking the color better with the black stripe and one layer of the material. I changed it to the small check. I got the tags off of Etsy and resized those and cut them out. I'll leave the link to those below. And I think that's what I'm liking. So I'm going to cut the tails off and glue this all on there the way I want it, and find something to put in the top, and I'm going to call that done. Now I have one more thing that I'm going to flip. This is something I done a long time ago, and I never really cared for how dark I got it, but I used to keep it by my stove sitting like this, and I had my 2 mason jar with my little tops with the pour spouts for my salt and pepper, and then in the front I have my regular salt and pepper. But I was running out of space, and this just was dead space in here on my cabinet. So I'm going to fix it up to where it'll set upright. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is cover this up. Even though I like the image, it's just too dark. And I'm going to use DIY in the cottage color crockery on it. And I'm hoping it'll go over this slick image, because it is well waxed. And that's, I don't know if I'll give it a full coat or just skim it like that and go a little heavier in spots. I don't know, but I'm going to paint it, let it dry, and see if it needs, how much more of a coat it needs. I've got to cover up the chicken, I know that, or the rooster. All right, there's the way it turned out. I only had to give it 2 coats, and I like that color because I'm going to cut out one of those little sheep that I done in wood that I have on my stove. The upright one, I'm going to use cardboard because I like the way cardboard's looking. So I'm going to use a cardboard sheep on this. So now I'm going to go and bring up the image and into my Lightburn software and just cut it out on some cardboard for this. Here I am in Lightburn, and I'm showing you the camera view of it, and you can see the little sheep body and the sheep head. And then I'm going to go over to my laser, and I'm going to hit cut, and I'm going to shut my door, and it's going to start cutting out. And now it's finished cutting, and I'm just taking my pieces that I need out of the laser. I have this cut out, and now I'm just going to start peeling it back. Take my time with it. Maybe I won't have to peel a lot off. No, I'm going to have to peel. It's not wanting to come up right. Okay. Just get it off there. It's going to take me a little bit to get this all peeled back. And I'm wondering if I want to just peel the body back and leave the head with cardboard. I'm not sure. Or, you know, smooth. Really not sure what I'm going to do. But got this cut out, and I'm going to move this back out of my way. I did sand my edges a little bit on the board. So that is ready to go. I'll set that aside and finish this up. All right, I have this all cleaned up. And you know, guys, I ripped that off of there. And I want to tell you something. There was little pieces left, and I was taking this up and doing that with it. And I found, get my finger sander, if you get the finger sander, and gently rub those little pieces, very gently, they come off. And that was much easier than picking at them, because it took me a bit. But with the finger sander, very lightly though, you don't want to. Okay, that cleaned it up really well. And now I'm going to paint, let's see. I thought I had 2 brushes out here. I'm going to paint the body. I'm using Waverly Plaster. Of course, you know, I'll probably put some brown wax on it. Oh, and I actually remembered I remembered to order some wax. I ordered my Jolie brown top coat wax, and I can't find the Waverly antiquing wax. So I ordered the, what is it? Folk Art, I believe it was. It works just as well. It seems like it's just like the same stuff. And that ought to be here in a couple of days, and I won't be saying I'm out of wax. I just put off doing it because I don't like to spend money like that. But it'll last me a while. I would do the body in that color, the plaster. Now, put this in a little baggie I have sitting here. And for the feet, I'm going to go black, of course. You can tell I've been working with black. They're drying up and I get more out. And then I'll do the head. I think I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this in black. And maybe to put a little top knot of white. And then if I don't like it, I'll cover it up. Okay, I need to get right there on his ear. Get my white brush. Boy, I got black in that, and I got a lot of paint poured out. Just do that. Let's see what that looks like. Splotching it on. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. And see if it needs it. This here might need one more coat. Well, maybe I can do it now because it's getting kind of dry. And then I can let it dry and start decorating it, putting it on my board and doing whatever I want to do to the board. Now I thought I might want, I know I had some more bells, but I can't find them. I guess that one would be all right. I thought I might want to decorate my little lamb with a bell. So I'm going to put some, I'm going to rust it up. Got 2 deals of cinnamon out here. And I just got my Mod Podge that has some coffee in it, some instant coffee. I just grabbed that jar and I'm going to put that on there. Rust this thing up. Okay. Put some up inside it too. Okay, all I'll do is I'll let that dry and then I'm going to give it another coat because my Mod Podge was just running off that slick bell. I'm going to let it dry, give it a second coat and rest it up. And now I'm going to get my wax and start working on this here. Hey, I've got my stuff out here. I'm just going to use distressing ink to go around the little sheep, lamb, whatever it is. Just a little bit all over. Okay, the top of the head here. That's good for that. Is that a little white? Maybe I need a little more on the body. There we go. All right, now for my cutting board. That was a nice big thick of wood. I cut that out with my scroll saw. a long time ago. Using my Jolie top coat in brown. Going around the edges. I think I'll go all over it a little bit. This is the DIY cottage color, so I can wipe it back without waxing. Okay, that is looking good. Just a little bit on there. And let's see, probably put him. Boy, it still looks white, doesn't he? Should I? I'll try a little bit of this. Can't get down in that corrugation. I think that'll work. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Now how do I want that? Down, up, about right in there, I think. Hold that up. About right there. Put some hot glue. I'll hot glue him down. But I will use a different also glue, putting it onto the board since this board's kind of slick. Okay. Okay, I've decided I want to make a bow to go up here. And then I went to my Silhouette software or studio, and I put the Lord is my shepherd. I had a piece of material here that I had painted on. So I just cut a little square out and done that and crinkled it up. Punched a hole with my little hole punch. My bell is finished. I think I'm going to put a heart down here because I started doing a little rusty star, but I thought, well, it's got the bell. It needs something else. And now I'm going to make the bow. And I've remembered to put my twine in, and I'm going to go the right way. And I don't want it real big. Let's see. That's probably too big for that little board. Probably about like that. I'm going to cut that off. Well, I'm going to go 2 layers on it, on that one. Because it's thin. Here's a little bit of red. Or ticking stripe red. Okay. Turn this around and tie it off. Now, I always leave my twine hanging too. Now, let's cut these down. May have to cut more, but kind of fluff it up. Yeah, it's going to have to definitely be cut down. Okay, that's a fluffy bow. Now we'll see about putting it together. About right up in there, I think. And now I need to somehow attach that up there. Got some of this. I bought this at the thrift shop, and I use it to put tags on my stuff at the store. Oh, I have an update on the store, and I have an update on the store. I'm shutting it down. It's just too much for me, trying to do videos, and I just don't have time to be there. If I had everything I needed over there, all my crafting supplies, and just stayed there, would be okay. And it's a very small town. There's not a lot of people coming in, which I knew that when I started, but I thought, well, I could craft from there and it'd be okay. Well, I couldn't. I really couldn't. So let's see, this is the end of February or January, and I'll be out of there. I'll go in probably Saturday and start loading everything out. I brought home my candle supplies in my office, in the office area where I do my crafting. I brought all that home. I left the store itself, the inside. I don't have a lot. I realized when I started looking around after Christmas and put what little Christmas I had left, I didn't have a lot of stuff left. So I'm using Distress Ink Walnut Stain to go around the edges of this. And I want to hit my little string so it's not so bright. But anyways, he's already got it rented. So there was no hurry for me to get out, but I'm happy to hear that because it has set there with nobody in there. And I'm sure with us going in there and taking the counter out, it was set up for a little tiny restaurant, little tiny one. Maybe for something more like sandwiches and stuff, but fixing it up and doing different things, that helped. And I can't wait to see who's going in there, and hopefully it's somewhere I can go. And I'll be happy here at home. I'm supposed to be retired, guys. Yeah, I don't need to be starting that stuff. I don't know what was wrong with me. Okay, I think that's the way I like that. Now gotta find something to attach this little bell. Well, let me make sure I want that bell. I may not even want it. Where's my little heart? Wished I could squish that bell. I wonder if I could squish it where it wasn't standing up. I'll probably take all my stuff off from it. I'm getting me some pliers. And of course, I'm going to try to be opening an Etsy store. But I have to get stuff made, and I have to have a finished piece so it can be, show it. And I have to have pictures. I need a logo. I need descriptions. I need to figure out how to do shipping. So I think that might help flatten that a little bit. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe one of those things I don't put on there, or I put on there and pull off. My poor husband, we had the well house froze. And he's been with the backhoe, digging it up, replacing stuff. I had to stop and go out there last night and make sure when he put the bucket down that he didn't take all the pipes with him. Yeah. He got it enough last night to where we got water back on. We haven't had water for a day. Well, we have water in holding tanks where the water system is in the garage, but the cattle didn't have any water, and that is not a good thing. They got it last night, but then he's working trying to get it all put back together properly. Well, that's too big. And I can't lift that up. I'm going to leave that off. I don't think I want it right now, but I do want the heart. And I might put that on. I don't know. We'll see. And I think the pump's out on the well too, because he was looking for our extra pump that we had. And he couldn't find it. I said, how can you lose a $500 piece of equipment? I don't know if that's needing something else or not. Alright guys, that's where I'm at so far. I'm going to keep looking at it and see what I need to do, if I need anything else. Oh, and another thing I meant to tell y'all, I did start a Facebook page, Sandy's Crafty Corner. I'll leave the link down below. And that's where, you know, we can interact together. You can show me things you've made, show everybody else, and post your pictures of your items, and we can talk and chit-chat back and forth. So that's Sandy's Country Corner on Facebook, and I'm going to leave the link below. All right, guys, I'm going to finish this up. You'll get a picture. And that's all for this video, and I hope you enjoyed everything I've done. It was kind of flips of what I already had. So until the next one, guys, we'll see you later.